Hello students, this is the fifth part of video and end of the chapter number 3 from geography. Nuclear power. In last video we have covered the topic that is wind energy. So this is the nuclear power that we are going to cover. Nuclear power is obtained from energy stored in the nuclei of atoms of naturally occurring radioactive element like uranium and thorium. So it is generated from these two minerals, the radioactive elements like uranium and thorium. So these fuels undergo nuclear fission in nuclear reactors and emit power. The greatest producers of nuclear power are USA and Europe. In India, that is from Rajasthan, Jharkhand, they are having large deposit of uranium. Thorium is found in large quantity in monazite sands of Kerala. The nuclear power stations in India are located in Kalapakkam in Tamil Nadu, Tarapur in Maharashtra, Rana Pratap Sagar near Kota in Rajasthan, Narora in Uttar Pradesh, and Kaiga in Karnataka. So these are the places where the nuclear power stations are found. Next is geothermal energy. You can see over here the geothermal energy. Next is geothermal energy. Heat energy obtained from the earth is called as geothermal energy. As I said, heat energy obtained from the earth is called as geothermal energy. The temperature in the interior of the earth rises steadily as we go deeper. So sometimes this heat energy may surface itself in the form of hot springs. This heat energy can be used to generate power. So this is the nuclear energy, how it is generated. You can see over here the nuclear reactor, the hot water and heat from fission, then steam is reaching out over here, then turbine, this is helping out in rotation, then the generator which generates and convert the nuclear energy into electricity. So in this way the whole process is going on to generate the electricity by nuclear energy. You can see over here the geothermal energy. The spring, as said, it is emitting out from the earth's surface. The picture of A is geothermal energy in the Manikaran, and the next you can see in the B, picture B, cooking food with the help of geothermal energy. This is the way how this energy is being used. So geothermal energy in the form of hot spring has been used for cooking also, and heating and bathing for several years. This kind of geothermal energy you can find in Gujarat also, like in Tulsi Sham. There is a pond that is always remaining hot. The water of that pond is always remaining hot. So this is the geothermal energy, and it is believed that this remains always hot, that the pond always remains hot. So there is some sort of energy, geothermal energy, so it is remaining hot. but it is again connected with some superstitional belief that because of the god's wish it is remaining always hot. USA, you can see over here, USA as the world largest geothermal power plants, followed by New Zealand, Iceland, Philippines, and Central America. In India, geothermal plants are located in Manikaran in Himachal Pradesh and Puga Valley in Ladakh. So, how you can see over here the geothermal energy, how it is being used to generate the electricity, and even it is used for cooking. This gas is used for cooking. So this is the natural crack cover you can see here, and this is the way how the geothermal gas is emitting out. And from here the pipes are connected, and this gas is connected with the turbine and it help out to rotate, and this energy is converted into another energy with the help of the generator. So geothermal energy is extracted like this. Now the tidal energy generated from tides is called as tidal energy. Tidal energy can be harnessed by building dams at narrow opening of sea. During the high tide, the energy of the tides is used to turn the turbine installed in the dam to produce electricity. Russia, France, and the Gulf of Kutch in India have huge tidal mill farms. So you can see over here the same way as we read the from the dam, that is the energy how it is being converted into electricity. One such kind we have already learned, that is hydel power from water, how the electricity is generated. In the same way, the dam are built at the narrow opening of the sea. You can see over here, and the turbine is placed over here. So when the water flows from here, these blades are rotated, and because of this rotation, the generator actually converts the tidal energy into electricity. So when it happens during the high tide, when the water flows from it. So generally this kind of tidal farms or tidal mill farms are found where? Russia, France and Gulf of Kutch in India. So you can in Kutch you can find this kind of tidal mill farms. Next we are having biogas. Organic waste such as dead plants and animal material, animal dung and kitchen waste can be converted into gases fuel called as biogas. So this kind of tank is being prepared. Generally it is being used in the villages. They are using the natural gas like biogas. So in this gas tanks they are putting all the things like dead plants, animal materials, animal dungs and even the kitchen waste. So these all wastes are converted into gaseous fuel, and that is called as biogas. So this organic waste is decomposed by bacteria in the biogas digester to emit biogas, which is essentially a mixture of methane and as well as carbon dioxide. So these two kind of gases are combined, and how it's emit out because of the waste. Biogas is an excellent fuel for cooking and as well as lighting, and produces huge amount of organic manure each year. So it is also used for the cultivation purpose also, this manure. Energy is everywhere, but we can see that harnessing this energy in both difficult as well as costly. Each one of us can make a difference by not wasting energy. Energy saved in energy generated. Act now and make brighter energy future. So most probably in surrounding there are various kind of energy, and these are being used by us, but we are not knowing the importance of the energy as we are not charging for it. For many energy we are not charging, like solar energy, wind energy, but for to which we are charging, even for that also we are not taking much care. We are using it carelessly without thinking about our present and as well as future. So we have to make the differences, how to we should take a oath not to waste the energy. Whatever we are getting, we will use it in a proper way. So here the saying is said, energy saved is energy generated. So we should give away the time to the energy to reform it, as it takes thousands and millions of years to reform the energy. So this is the time. Here it is said like act now. If you are taking a proper steps and proper measurements now, then you can make your future brighter and as well as your present also. So from these things we have learned many things, how to preserve, how to conserve many energies. So this is the end of the chapter. Hope you have understood. If you are having any doubt, please message me personally. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you.